Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about 5 of the most important American professional certifications. When we say so, I think the first question will come to your mind, okay, about which fields? So actually, these certifications covering the fields of finance, accounting, audit, and anti-fraud actions. The first field in details is the financial accounting, also cover the management accounting or managerial accounting, also the financial analysis. These are in the part of execution of the job. At the other side, at the side of the review, audit, and anti-fraud actions, they cover the external audit, covering the internal audit, and last but not least is the fraud fighting. These certifications became more important, and actually it became essential requirement for you if you are going to find a job or a new job or transfer from a job to another. Means it helps you to get a better job in general. These certifications are CPA, which is Certified Public Accountant, also the CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst, CMA, the Certified Management Accountant, CIA is Certified Internal Auditor, and CFE is the Certified Fraud Examiner. It's worth to mention that beside all these certifications, IFRS became more widely known and required. And also they, by having a deep knowledge of IFRS, you will be able to perform your work more professional and more efficient. So, but before all that, and before we define the requirement to have any of these certifications, the most important thing is that you have to feel inside yourself that you are motivated to. You have to understand and feel and believe that you deserve to be certified. And inside yourself, you have to believe in yourself. You have the self-trust required for that. And even whether you look to the mirror or not, you can tell yourself, I can do it. You can say it loudly even. I can do it. I can do it, which actually you can. So in this video, we'll go through one by one. So let's start. You have to encourage yourself to start, because actually many candidates I've met before while I was teaching, they had their fears which prevented them from starting. They took a long time to decide. So I advise you not to do this. Start, decide quickly, and start. You have to utilize the time. Especially that nowadays you have many options. You have more options. We can say in the last 3 decades, the professional certifications increased widely, increased more and more, and even some of them became more specialized. So you have to choose what's suitable for you. And once you are going to do it, you will put your effort, your time, and some money also, because this certification costs you some money. So I think it deserves to get a globally recognized certification, which helps you to work in any country in the world, not only in your country or in your region. So that's important. So doing so, you will get to reach the magic question, which is, which certification suits me? You'll ask yourself like this. Despite this looks like a very simple question, but the answer is not that simple. The point. You are making, while you are trying to answer this question, you will be making a very important, extremely important decision relates to your career path, future plans. So that's important to put your effort and do your homework, do your research to define and gather all the required details about each certification that helps you to decide which one you will go through. As we said, the first step for you to answer this question and start is you have to understand each certification details, the difference between each of them, the requires for each, and also the benefits, because you will understand what's required and what I'm going to get benefit from this certifications. So you have to go through these details, but also and usually and all the time keep in your mind that this should be compatible with your planned career path, what you plan for yourself in the future, in the professional manner, what I mean. In this video, we'll try to help you to answer this question by discussing each certificate's details. We will define which body is granting or awarding this certification. We will define also each certification, how many parts, how many exams, the time limit for each certification for you as a candidate to pass the whole exams and be certified. While in the end of each certification information, we'll try to provide the advantages of each and also the related jobs or careers. The first certification we are discussing today is the Certified Public Accountant. The CPA is a designation more suitable for the professional persons of accounting, audit, and finance. Very suitable for them while they are working in the fields of accounting, audit, whether external or internal, but external is preferable, taxation, corporate finance, financial management, and financial controlling. The most famous examples of such fields, the accounting and auditing firms, taxation firms, accounting and finance consultancy firms, corporate finance in the corporates and multinational, international big companies, financial management, and financial controlling. The CPA certification, I will not say it's probably, it's actually, we believe, is the most widely recognized certification of accounting, serving in the fields of accounting, whether public or non-public accounting, external audit mostly, and finance, as you said, financial management, financial controlling. So this CPA is different than the other certificates we are going to discuss later. This one doesn't have a single body who's awarding or granting the certification. This is the only different certification in that manner. The 55 states of the United States, each one have the right to issue or grant a CPA from that state and also provide the professional license to practice. So that's a difference. And also the requirements could slightly differ from a state to another, but mostly are very close. So now let's go for the other details of the CPA related to the parts, exams, and the time limit. CPA has 4 parts and also 4 exams as well. You have an exam per part. The 4 parts are financial auditing and reporting, which is known as FAR, F-A-R. The second part is audit and attestation. The third is regulation. The fourth is business environment and concepts. And actually CPA is one of the certifications that gives you the right or the freedom to choose which part you will be tested first. Means you should not follow or you don't have to follow a specific order while you are taking tests. Some other certifications we'll go through later, they require you to go in the ordinary order. So you have to go for exam part 1 first. When you pass it, go number 2, then number 3, and so on. But this one is not. So this is one of the benefits of the certification. It means you can take the most part, you have more information or your comfort to study. Also, you can take one part or more in the exam. The CPA exam candidates, once you pass the first exam, from that date you have 18 months to pass the remaining parts. And this is especially if you are working a little bit critical in time management, if you are busy in your work, so you don't have much time. So it needs you to properly manage your time to go for it. When you talk about CPA, we can say it is the only qualification that includes the statutory right to sign audit reports and issue audit opinions. For example, in major, we are talking about the annual financial statements and annual reports. Other companies may require to submit other reports during the year upon the law there. So also a certified public accountant or the independent CPA has the right to sign those reports. Moving now to the next certification, which is the CFA, the Chartered Financial Analyst. This designation actually is more dedicated for the professionals working in the finance and investment industries, especially for the accountants working in the equity research, asset management, portfolio management, wealth management, corporate finance, in financial advisory firms, and even in the banking industry, the CFAs are required. The CFA is considered actually as the golden standard in finance and investment industries. It is granted by the Chartered Financial Analyst Institute, CFAI, and this is down here you'll find the link for the institute for whom will require more details about this certification. So let's move for the more details about the CFA. CFE has 3 levels, not parts like the other certifications. No, it has level 1, level 2, level 3, focusing on the financial analysis, asset management, portfolio management, and wealth management. This is in general. While if you are going to take the exams, you have to follow the normal order of the levels. Means you have to pass level 1 first, then they take you to level 3, then to level 2, then to level 3. The good point for CFA is that the exam results do not expire. Means you don't have time limit to complete the CFA program, but still you still have some limitation related to how many times you can sit for exam in a year and which timing you can have those exams. As we said, CFA designation is involved in a lot of fields and important fields actually, like portfolio management, pension funds, hedging funds, equity analysis, and you can work as a fund manager, especially if you are professional in asset management. You can also work in hedge fund houses, banking, and financial advisory. So this is highly recommended for the professional persons working in those specific fields. So now let's go for the next certification. The third one is the CMA, Certified Management Accountant Certification. This designation is actually so appropriate for the accountants working in the fields of corporate finance, costing, cost management, planning, forecasting, variance analysis, control, decision analysis and decision making, and also financial management. CMA is actually one of the highest levels, or could be the highest level of certification courses in the management accounting or managerial accounting. This one is awarded by the IMA. IMA now named it the Association of Accountants and Financial Professionals in Business. Previously, it was only Institute of Management Accountants, but name have been changed and still keeping the logo of IMA. Here down you'll find the link of the institute if you need to go through and find more details. Now CMA is only two parts, and for sure will be two exams as one exam per part. These two parts covering certain majors like external financial reporting, which is mainly also about financial statements, annual financial statements and annual reports, covering also analysis of financial statements. We'll go through all analysis ratios and the meaning of them and how to calculate. It will take you to the planning, budgeting, forecasting for the future. Also, it gives you a huge knowledge about cost management and cost control, performance management, also make you able to analyze these decisions. So it takes you to decision analysis and decision making and also corporate finance. These two parts, you have the freedom to define or to decide which exam you will start first. There is no rule to follow, so it's totally yours to define which part are you going to start of the exam. Despite you may take the two parts in one exam set, but we do not recommend so. Take one part per exam, be more concentrated so you can pass properly and continue on. You have 3 years, which is long time to complete this certification program, but this 3 years is counted from the date of joining the program and passing the first exam. Despite it is a long time, but it is not recommended to wait for all that time. You can do it properly and quickly. Being only two parts, this is the most advantage of the CMA, in addition to the covered measures in that certification. While continuing this CMA program, you could get, or you should get, the proper skills for the jobs like finance managers, financial controller, CFOs, and also in addition to the major point of the CMA, which is related to the management accountant, if this job is available much in your region. So this is a point. Moving to the next certification. Now the CIA. CIA is one of the most dedicated certification. This is considered the only professional certification nominated for the internal auditors, and actually it's also one of the most recognized worldwide certifications. The CIA course deals with finding out fraudulent acts and internal audit activities, also linked to checking the internal controls of the company and providing help for the management to reach the ultimate goals of the organization. The CIA is awarded by the Institute of Internal Auditors, the IIA of the US. Here down you will find the link of the IIA and the logo of it. CIA has 3 parts and also 1 exam per part. The 3 parts, the first one of them covers internal audit basics, the basics of internal audit. Second one, taking you to the practice of the internal audit. And the third is taking you for internal audit knowledge elements. And this mix of knowledge actually is considered as a proper combination of both of the theoretical knowledge and practical training. Luckily, the candidates may take exam of any part in any order, and he can take 1 or more parts in 1 exam set, but also it's not recommended. The CIA candidates have a long period, which are 4 years to complete the program, the 3 exams. While they are a long time, but the point is it is dedicated more for the people working or the professional working in the internal audit field and compliance. Despite they have a lot of information about control and so, but it is required only for the people working in these 2 fields mostly. As you will know, if you go through any job requirements, you will find this out. The CFE, one of the certifications came up lately. That's due to the spread of the financial crimes, financial fraud, and corruption all over the world. Despite it could differ from a country to another or from a region to another, but is dedicated mainly for fraud fighting. Actually, it works properly and actively to prevent fraudulent acts in the organization, starting from discovering this or looking for any suspicious acts. While the CFEs are utilizing very specialized skills and knowledge, as it is related to several majors like criminology, financial transactions, financial statements preparation, and all types of financial fraud. They start to looking for it, investigating any suspicious action, and then trying to reach a potential suspicious or a potential fraud. They have to gather the information and the evidence for that, and also after gathering and going through these details, they interview any witnesses and also the suspects of that actions to reach to a final conclusion. Is it a possibility of a fraud, or is it actually a fraud or not, and they can go on. The CFE credential actually is important, and the people holding it, the CFEs in general, are valuable to anti-fraud and anti-financial corruption organizations. And that's why because as I said, they have a unique set of skills in addition to the knowledge. They are able to combine a knowledge of complex financial transactions along with the ability to understand the methods of fraud, the laws covering the fraud even in all steps of the investigation, and how to resolve allegation of fraud or to reach a conclusion of did a fraud happen or not, is it suspicious to happen, is there a chance in the organization to happen or not, and find out a solution for that. The CFE is granted by the ACFE, the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners, and here are the link of the organization itself. The CFE covers 4 areas of study, or 4 parts if you like to name them like that. All are majorly covering fraud from all aspects of it. So the first area covered is the financial transactions and fraud schemes. The next one is the law. It's governing the CFE's work and what steps he takes to prove it, to find the suspect, to interview them and their rights, and so on. So the third is talking about investigation skills, investigation techniques and methods. And the fourth is talking about fraud prevention, the ways to prevent fraud and deterrence. This is as a whole. The candidate can complete any or each section at a separate time in any order. You don't have to follow any order rule. The point is you have to pass the exam within 3 attempts. Each exam you have 3 attempts to pass, and even so you can take the exam on your own computer at any time, wherever you want and whenever you want. But the point, once your exam application is approved, you will have 2 years to complete the program itself. And also once you schedule your exam, you will have only 60 days to finish all parts, the 4 parts or the 4 sections. While it is critical time to finish, but that's why when you go through it, try to go through the 4 parts first, get a proper knowledge, and then concentrate, start to schedule an exam whenever you are ready, and you can go 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 upon your time. Here, CFE considered as the global standard of professional excellence in the industry of anti-fraud and anti-corruption industry. For sure, we are talking mainly about the anti-money or financial fraud and financial corruption. We are reaching the end of this video, but finally, we would like to remind you that the certificates will require academic qualification and sometimes the related experience. and even some of them will require more requirements. So once you decide or trying to decide which certification you will go through, you need to go get more details from the website of the awarding organization. I hope the details and information we provided in this video will help you to find your coming route. For the next video, we are going to put an introduction to the certification of the CMA. CMA, the Certified Management Accountant certification. And then next video later will be the comparison between the financial accounting and managerial accounting or management accounting. We already started providing lectures for the CMA candidates. We will start by part 1 as usual with them. Our videos will be uploaded shortly. So if you are subscribed to my channel and put the bell, so you will get a notification once the lectures will come up. Also, these lectures will be in Arabic language. And also, we are planning to, and hope so also with your support and help, we will provide the same lectures of CMA in English language, but this will be in the near future. The first part of the CMA is talking about the external financial statements. It consists of 5 subunits. The first unit consists of subunits. The first subunit is talking about the concepts of financial statements. Then the other 4 units, 1 per each statement, 1 per each financial statement. The first will be a balance sheet, then the income statement, then cash flow statement, and shareholders' equity statements. I was pleased to be with you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and got an important information. See you inshallah in the next videos. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.